Cordillera. This is your PIA News Roundup for the week. I am Vanessa Manglalan
and Sab Panganiban,
your news correspondent. In Baguio City, CRDRRMC conducts aerial inspection in CAR to assess typhoon damages.
The Cordillera Regional Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council has conducted an aerial inspection to assess the extent of damages of Super Typhoon Lawin in the Cordillera Administrative Region. Last Saturday, CRDRRMC Chairman OCD CAR Regional Director Alex Wee, DSWD CAR Regional Director Janet Armas, and some members of the media, through the assistance of the Philippine Air Force, carried out an aerial survey of the Cordillera provinces flying through Baguio City, Benguet, Mountain Province, Kalinga, and Apayao. Aside from the damages in agriculture and infrastructure, the team has also identified isolated areas due to road cuts and landslides. Hardest hit are the provinces of Kalinga and Apayao, where storm signal number 5 was raised at the height of the typhoon. There were isolated areas in Upper Kalinga, including landslide-affected areas, where a family was buried by a landslide in Uma, Lubwagan. Another aerial survey is being set by CRDRRMC for assessment of the provinces of Abra and Ifugao.
Still in Baguio City, 5 CAR provinces under a state of calamity.
State of calamity is now declared in provinces of the Cordillera Administrative Region after Super Typhoon Lawin, the strongest typhoon to hit the Philippines this year, unleashed its fury, leaving enormous damage in life and properties. Hardest hit provinces are Apayao and Kalinga, which were declared under state of calamity last October 21. Mountain Province was also declared under state of calamity last October 22. Benguet and Abra were later on added to list under state of calamity last October 24.
In Baguio City, DSWD deploys teams to fast-track release of assistance to Typhoon Lawin victims.
The Department of Social Welfare and Development has deployed teams to assess the impact left of Typhoon Lawin in all provinces of the region. DSWD CAR OIC Regional Director said teams from the regional office will be sent over to assist local government units in assessing needs of our communities. To further fast-track the release of our assistance, the teams will also ensure that documents necessary for the release are complete. Aside from gathering data in the provinces, the teams will also ensure that the families are provided with the necessary intervention. DSWD Secretary Judy Tagiwalo has announced that the DSWD will be providing 5,000 pesos emergency shelter assistance to all Lawin-affected families.
Okay. Here in Baguio City, DOT-PCO officials laud HRAB for promoting agriculture and tourism in 13th HRT Week.
The Hotel and Restaurant Association of Baguio has opened the 13th Hotel, Restaurant and Tourism HRT Week with the team Agree, putting our best foot forward in Camp John Hay last October 19. In this year's HRT Week, HRAB has hosted the 10th National Food Showdown team, bringing the farm to the table. The showdown has brought together winners from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao regional competitions in a culinary battle. Leading the ribbon cutting of the HRT Week were Department of Tourism Undersecretary Kat De Castro and Presidential Communications Office Assistant Secretary Ana Marie Banaag, together with Baguio City Mayor Mauricio Domogan, and HRAB officials headed by Chairman Emeritus Attorney Moises Cating and HRAB President Anthony De Leon.
In La Trinidad, Benguet, Masamasid launch in Benguet.
Various stakeholders at the provincial and municipal level pledged their support to the Mamamayang Ayaw sa Anomalya, Mamamayang Ayaw sa Illegal na Droga or Masamasid program of the Department of Interior and Local Government in a launching activity held at the provincial capital last October 21. Masamasid is a barangay-based anti-criminality, anti-corruption, and anti-illegal drugs program that encourage multi-sectoral partnership which intensifies the spirit of volunteerism at the community level.
Back to Baguio City, TESDA allots 30,000 tech buck scholarship slots for Cordillera.
TESDA Secretary General Giling Mamonjong announced that the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority is allotting 30,000 slots of scholarship grant for Cordillera Administrative Region during the Tapatan sa TESDA held at the Newtown Plaza Hotel last October 24. The scholarship grant, which can be availed starting this November, is in line with the President Rodrigo Duterte's thrust to increase employment opportunities for Filipinos as well as to open entrepreneurial undertakings.
And those are the latest news for the region this week.
Join us again next week. Ayon kaya sa Panglalan,
And sa Panganiban,
your news correspondents.